All right, Harmony Science Academy honors geometry students. Let's go ahead and get into the date of 412. Specifically, the learning topic is trig. Again, trigonometry. Okay, find side given altitude. Okay, notice we've added more to this title. We have found sides in the past. The same skills are going to be used here, but a little even more advanced. Okay, so we are becoming way more of a honors class. Okay, so we're gonna find z given altitude. So don't forget, you know a lot as we look at these. Okay, what you want to do here, you guys have a lot of vocabulary. It's gonna help you to revisit on Google what is altitude in geometry. Okay, there's altitude in aviation, right, with airplanes and stuff. So specifically in geometry, really appreciate altitude. Okay. All right. So, anyways, I'm gonna work one of these problems out nice and slow. Because of our background knowledge, that should be more than enough. If we run into issues, we can, do some in class together, in groups, whatever. Okay. So let's go ahead and read the instructions. Okay. Find the length of the side labeled x. Okay. We've done something like this, but the triangles look a little more advanced. Okay. So round intermediate values to the nearest tenth. What this means, okay, is that we're going to have to do work, okay, which will give us something of value, okay, that'll actually get us to the answer, okay. So intermediate, it's in the middle. That's what this means. So we're going to get a value in the middle, okay, and that value is going to help us get the final answer, or x, okay. Use the rounded values to calculate the next value to calculate the next value. Round your final answers to the nearest tenth. Okay, so nearest tenth. So that's going to be the standard here. Okay. All right. So hopefully I haven't done 7. This will benefit a student on seat 7. Okay. So I'm going to go and borrow this guy here real quick. Okay. Typically I work there, but I want to have enough space. Okay. So let's go ahead and come over here. Alright, so I've got enough room to work with. Okay. Again, I'm only doing one, so we've got to go nice and slow. Really include details so you guys can use your notebooks, okay, when you solve these. So, of course, as I do it, it'll probably seem easier than what it is. So take good notes, understand your notes, so if you get in trouble, you can use your notes, okay? All right. So anyways, I need to know this x, okay? So let me see if I can apply my previous knowledge, right? Here I have theta, okay? You guys don't write nothing just yet. Now, if I have trig theta, I'm missing 2 more ingredients, right? I have trig theta, that's 2, and I need side. I have side unknown. This is a known. This is a known. Now, if I go ahead and try and, let's say, borrow from here, all of a sudden I'm no longer on a right triangle, so it gets really messy. Okay. So let's go and talk about the workaround. Okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna treat these 2 triangles separately, so that I have a right triangle here and another one there, and as I work with this one, I'll get the intermediate value they're talking about. And then once I come back to this triangle, okay, I'll be able to have a given side, a theta, the trig, and solve for the unknown. If you followed that, good. If not, let's go and start fresh, okay? So the first thing I'm going to need to do is break this up into 2 triangles, okay? This one's 40, right? This is theta. Okay. Do I know this? I do not know that. Okay, that's the altitude. I am given this side 23. Okay. So I'm looking at this triangle alone because it has so much information, right? It's got, I'll apply a trig 1, theta 2, a known side 3, and then I could pick any other side that's unknown to solve for it. I'll probably do this one since it helps. Okay, so let's go ahead and label this guy opposite. Okay, it's pretty clear this is the hypotenuse, and according to theta this would be adjacent. Okay, now this is the x we care about. This one, okay, that we're gonna solve for the adjacent, we're gonna call it x naught, okay, or x sub 0, but it's x naught. Why? Just to remember, hey, this is not the x that we're solving for, it's the intermediate value, but we can solve for it. Okay, so let's go ahead and set that up. What would that look like? So I have trig theta, and I'm going to use opposite and adjacent. So that sounds like tangent, right? So tangent of theta is opposite over adjacent. Okay, so if I plug in, I've got tan theta is 40. Okay, again, double check your calculators in degree mode. Opposite is 23. And adjacent is x naught, right? It's not x, this is x, but this is the intermediate value x naught. Okay, we'll solve for him. So what do I do here? I need to, you should look at your old notes. I would multiply both sides by x naught, so it'll cancel here. I guess I can do it here real quick, since we're doing everything slow. Okay, we're only doing one problem. Okay, why? Because it's going to cancel here. Okay, and if you do presentations, you'll let me know of that. Okay, now here we have x naught 10 40 equals 23. I want to solve for x naught, so I'm going to divide now. Okay, so this is what I have: x naught times 10 40 equals 23, and I'm going to go ahead and divide by 10 40. Okay, again, I'm doing this for your notebooks, for your presentations, so even if you know it, put it on there. Okay, why? So it can cancel here. Okay, I'm left with x naught, and now I'm going to punch that on the calculator, and like the instructions say, I'm going to run to the nearest tenth. Okay, so we have, double check here, 23 over 10 40. I'm in degree mode, 23, and I've had students get wrong answers, and a lot of times it's because they're not in degree mode. Okay, alright, so that's the exact answer. I'm going to hit control enter, and I get 27.4. Okay, 27.4 degrees, or sorry, it's not degrees. Okay, that's the other side. So as you're doing this stuff, don't just go like a robot. Think about what you're doing. Okay, so this is the other side, right over here. All right, now I'm gonna draw this triangle on this side. Okay, so you can try and beat me to the punch. Okay, for this triangle I have another theta. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and include something since we have two thetas. I don't want to get confused, so we're gonna call this theta theta naught, related to this one. Okay, so I'm gonna come back here and call it theta naught, so it's related to this x naught. Okay, that triangle. Okay, all right. Again, it's theta sub 0. Why? Just so we make sure that, hey, yeah, we're working with two thetas. The first naught, it's not really the one we care about, but we have to do it to help us. Okay, so this is the true theta. Okay, that's going to get us to the promised land, which is 25 degrees. Okay, then we do have x. Is it x naught? Okay, good. If you said no, no, good. This one was x naught. We solved for him. This is the x we actually care about. All right. And notice that this altitude is this one right here. Okay, so okay, this right here. Maybe I should go green. Okay, that's the altitude, and that's the altitude. Okay, and I guess what we're at it. Okay, that's the altitude in all these triangles. Okay, so therefore we do know x naught. Okay, we have it's 27.4. So I'm going to come here and put 27.4. Okay, and while I'm at it, now I'm going to go ahead and label what I'm supposed to do on each triangle, right? So here's my theta, here's opposite, here is hypotenuse, and here is adjacent. Okay, all right. Okay, so now I can forget about this. All this work was so that I can get this altitude value. Okay, now that I got it, I can pretty much forget it. So let's put all our attention in this triangle here. Okay, so I need x, so he's going to be involved. So I have theta, I'll apply a trig, and the other given side is this adjacent. So again, listen to that. I've got trig of theta, adjacent, and hypotenuse. That sounds like cosine. Okay, so let's go ahead and go nice and slow. So cosine of theta. It's not cosine naught, okay, because this is the theta that's going to get us where we need to get, and that's adjacent over hypotenuse. Now I'm going to substitute cosine theta. Whoops. I know what theta is. Theta is 25 degrees. And adjacent is 27.4. Okay. Over hypotenuse, which is x. Not x naught. This is the real x that they were asking us for. Okay. So same thing here. Okay. We're going to have to solve for x. So in this case, it's going to be the same process as this. Be careful. If x was on top, it'd be even simpler. So just pay attention, okay? Just follow the math. So like for example here, I don't want x on the bottom, so I'm going to multiply it up here on top. It's going to cancel, but it's going to help me put it on top over here instead of in the denominator. So it's gone over here, and now it's on top over here, okay? So I have x times cosine 25, and okay, I want to solve for x, so since I'm multiplying times cosine 25, okay, now I have to do the opposite and divide. Since this and this are the same value, they'll cancel, and I'm left with x is approximately whatever we can get from here. So 27.4 over cosine 25. Divided by cosine of 25. Okay, if I hit enter, I might get the exact answer. No, it gave me the rounded in this case. So I've got 30.2. And I have come up with the side or the x value that they were asking for. Alright guys, we'll give you a chance to practice one. We'll catch you in the classroom, okay?